my hair maniac. Hair maniac, Clear Hair, fun to hear me. A new video here today, and the video is what if Chris Jericho never left WWE for AEW? Well, then Jericho never left for WWE for AEW. Goodbye. Fine. I got a video. You guys wanted a video, longer video. Fine. Like I wrote something. So that's always intrigued me. What would happen if Jericho never left? So let me tell you what I wrote down and see if you agree, disagree, or tell me what you think in the comments below. Kicking off on the Raw 25, they had Jericho made an appearance. He starts his feud with Elias. Then at the Royal Rumble, Jericho takes Titus's spot. So Jericho, in the original version of it, he takes Titus's spot. So Jericho comes in, eliminates Elias. Elias gets mad. And then after the show, we get like a WWE.com exclusive. Jericho is like, what was it like to be in the ring with all these future stars? And goes, whoa. Then suddenly we see Elias smack him over his back with the guitar. It was what a joke. And then they start the feud for Mania, and I would give it to Elias. I would win it. Then Jericho will win probably the next match, and Elias will win the third one. Elias will win the match on Raw. Then Jericho will win the match a couple weeks later. Then Elias will win the last match at WrestleMania. Okay. He will still does the Greatest Royal Rumble. Then he will start off his short feud for Money in the Bank. He will take a break for Backlash. And then he will get in feud with Mojo Rawley, because the joke was, oh, we all should be worried about Mojo Rawley. And then Mojo goes, I bet you I can beat you tonight on Raw. I bet you. That's fine. Mojo not beats him via count out. The next week beats him via disqualification. Then Jericho beats him at Money in the Bank with the Walls of Jericho. Then Extreme Rules to SummerSlam. Finn Balor. He will have a feud with Finn Balor. I think that's what I feel like would happen. Instead of Finn versus Corbin, Jericho will win the first match at Extreme Rules. He will cheat to win in the second match on a Raw. And on SummerSlam, the Demon beats Chris Jericho. Then Hell in a Cell to Crown Jewel. This is like a feud. I don't think Chris would be in the World Cup. I don't know. But he would be losing to Bobby Lashley at Hell in a Cell, putting over Lashley as a beast. Yeah. And now Rumble 20, he takes a break here, comes back for the Royal Rumble 2019. Royal Rumble 2019, it's Jericho. He's going to take Drew McIntyre's place in the feud against Roman when he comes back. I don't know what Drew is going to do for me. So. And then Roman beats Jericho. During the build-up to Money in the Bank, Jericho lost his Money in the Bank qualifying match. Somehow there was like a TV accident, like somehow there was like a TV accident. Jericho says he's gonna sue WWE, blah blah blah, and then Stephanie, Triple H, Vince, Shane, they all discussed it backstage. Then as the Money in the Bank match is happening, during that night, Sami Zayn got injured. And as Ali is going to grab the briefcase, we hear, break the wall down! And he's looking to see where Jericho is. And grabs the chair from behind him, bam, whacks him on the head. The back with it. As he falls down, Code Breaker climbs up the briefcase. Jericho wins Money in the Bank. Trying to cement his heel turn. And at Super Showdown, we get Ali versus Jericho. Jericho wins. And now stomping grounds to Extreme Rules. I would do Jericho versus Aleister Black. And Aleister Black will win the two matches. And now to Money in the Bank. To SummerSlam 2019. This is going to be a big one. Chris Jericho wins the Battle World. Winner faces Kofi Kingston at SummerSlam. This will kick off the night. Kofi wins. And then the main event, Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar for the Universal title. They kill each other in this match. And then we get Jericho's music plays. He just beats the crap out of both Seth and Brock with the briefcase. Cashes in, and pins Brock. 1, 2, 3. Jericho is your new Universal Champion. And now, next night on Raw, he creates a group. His group, he gets 3 guys from NXT. Everrise, aka 2.0. So I thought that was cool. And he brings back a guy to WWE. And a blue chipper who has a future, Austin Theory. The guy he brings back, Jack Swagger. And he puts them all over, like, this guy could be a future world champion like me and Swagger. These guys are a great tag team. They are better than the New Day, better than the Usos, better than the Revival. Then at Clash of Champions during the build, Becky gets code breakered by Jericho, and Seth gets mad. So, like, during the match, as Seth is beating him up, he stops for the 5 count, and then Chris goes, hey, how's Becky doing? And then he just goes in, ignores the 5 count, gets DQ'd. Jericho retains. Everrise become tag team champions. Fury beats AJ for the US title. Then Jericho pisses off Stephanie on a Raw. So then at Hell in a Cell it will be Jericho defending the Universal title against Seth Rollins versus Brock Lesnar inside Hell in a Cell. And then during the match, we see Jack Swagger was hiding under the ring the whole time, and he beats the crap out of Brock Lesnar, and he injures his ankle, puts him in ankle lock, and Jericho just teases him, and he hits the code breaker. Seth bounces back from the code breaker, and Davies the Judas effect. Boom! Pins him 1, 2, 3. Next night, Davies the song Judas as his thing. And Crown Jewel, we get Jack Swagger versus Brock Lesnar. Jack Swagger wins because the referee had to stop the match because of Brock's injured ankle. Brock got pissed and he F5 a couple refs. Ricochet got the #1 contendership, but he beat Fury, Eberise, and Swagger during the build, and he goes, fine, you get a shot. Jericho wins after Ricochet does like a shooting star plus, but as he falls in, Codebreaker pins him 1, 2, 3. Then Survivor Series, we will have Jack Swagger versus Brock Lesnar inside the fight pit. And Brock Lesnar wins, and he becomes #1 contender for the Royal Rumble. Then it will be in the main event, it will be Chris Jericho versus Kofi Kingston versus Adam Cole, baby! Because it was SmackDown, Raw, NXT, and Jericho wins in the main event by pinning Kofi, getting his revenge at SummerSlam. Then TLC, we kind of get like a kind of dream match, but Chris Jericho versus Bobby Roode. Jericho wins. Yeah. Then we get a TLC match. Here, Eberise versus Major Bros versus Viking Raiders versus Street Profits, and Eberise retain. And Viking Raiders are mad. Okay. Rumble, no DQ match. Brock Lesnar basically destroys around every member of Jericho's group, even Swagger. And then, as he's about to go get inside, he's back on Jericho. Juice effect, code breaker, pins him 1, 2, 3. Drew McIntyre still wins the Royal Rumble. Super Showdown, Jericho beats Goldberg. Elimination Chamber, Y2J beats Kevin Owens, Seth Rollins, Randy Orton, Ricochet, Andrade to retain his title. Then Mania 36, we get these matches. This is what I feel like would be added to the card that was already made. So I don't know what Brock would have fit. I didn't put what Brock would have fit. During the build though to Drew versus Jericho in the main event WrestleMania 36, if Drew wins the match against members of Jericho's group, they are banned from ringside, and Drew won all of them, so yeah, they're all banned. We get Mania 36, you get Swagger versus Bobby Lashley. I think Bobby Lashley will win it. And we'll get Eberise versus Viking Raiders versus Street Profits in a triple threat. And I will give it to Viking Raiders to win if I win the title. Then we get like a huge ladder match. It will be Fury for the U.S. title. Fury, Ricochet, Aleister Black, Andrade, Rey Mysterio, Ali, Angel Garza, and Murphy. Murphy will win the U.S. title. Then we still get Seth, KO, AJ Taker, Drew beats McIntyre beats Jericho. Money in the Bank 2020. We get Drew beats Jericho again, and we still get the same winners. So I got Drew after Money in the Bank. Drew teases a breakup between Jericho's group. He goes, how come you always have to get the shot? How come Swagger can't get the shot? How come an up and comer like Fury can't get the shot? And then Jericho tries to make peace and goes, fine, Swagger, you can get the shot at the next pay-per-view. And Drew wins, beats Swagger at the pay-per-view. Jericho versus Ali. Nolly wins via roll up. Then, actually, I forgot. Jericho beats Ali again. The pay-per-view on Extreme Rules. Money in the Bank. The road to Money in the Bank now. Chris Jericho is mad because Otis has won Money in the Bank and he's disrespecting all the past winners who have held it. And then Otis goes, how about this? Dickie! How about me and you? I only put my briefcase on the line at SummerSlam if you put your hair on the line. Oh, yeah! And Jericho goes, fine, I will. And then during the match, like we see Everrise, Fury, Swagger get involved. Tucker tries to help him. During the build-up, though, we see Jericho move Mandy to a different brand because he has connections. He's being a little T-head, yeah. And then you see at the end, Mandy Rose punches him square in the tea bags, and then Otis picks him up, and they do the compactor. Pins him 1, 2, 3. And Jericho's first get his hair shaved. And then Chris is all, and he's wearing a mask next night on Raw. And then you see Ali rips off the mask and runs away as he's trying to get it. Then, you know what's the best thing? If Jericho never left WWE for AEW, there's no key, damn out. Oh my God, that's a beautiful world to live in. That is such a beautiful world to live in. Okay. Hell Night of Champions 2, Hell in Cell 2020. We get Jericho's group, the Inner Circle, versus Hurt Business. This will be a pretty fun match. And Inner Circle will win the first one. Hurt Business wins the next one. And as they're going to have the third match, Retribution comes out to beat them both up. Then they decide they're going to take on Retribution just to take them out. Then they have the final match at Survivor Series. And Hurt Business wins there. Then now we go to Royal Rumble 2021. Nothing really happened. Nothing really happens there. Jericho makes a pack. He's going to win the Royal Rumble because he never won it before. He wants to do it. And then they had like qualifying matches for Jericho's group. Every member won it. And during the match, we get Jericho helps Randy to eliminate Edge. Then Fury accidentally eliminates Jericho. Fury gets in the final four, which is... Oh, wait, I forgot. Edge is in the... Yeah, sorry about that. I meant he eliminates, like, Jeff Hardy. And then final four is Bryan, Edge, Fury, and Rollins. And Bryan eliminates Fury. Seth eliminates Edge. And Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. Bryan wins the Royal Rumble. And he chooses Drew McIntyre. He will face at WrestleMania. Then Jericho's mad. They announced that they will have a Elimination Chamber winner will face Roman Reigns at WrestleMania. It will be... So then later, the next week, we hear opens up Raw. Jericho is bloodied, passed out. Like, what happened? What happened? He goes, oh my God, man. And then they go, they're going to have like a battle royal that night. Goes to take Jericho's spot. He goes, I want it. I want to make Jericho proud. He goes, come on, we're going to make Jericho proud. Blah, blah, blah. Have like a babyface fire. Fury wins it. And he comes up third in the Elimination Chamber. And who would win the chamber? It would be Lashley. So we'll get Roman versus Lashley at Mania, Edge versus Rollins. AJ Styles and Omos will still face with tag titles. And now the next night after Elimination Chamber, Fury tries to recruit. We see he teases a group breakup, but he tries to recruit trying to gain all his favors for his friends, blah, blah, blah. Then Jericho comes back with proof that Fury was the one that attacked him with footage. And then Swagger and Everrise get told by Fury, attack Jericho, come on. I was here for you. He never cared about you. As they're going to step full, they turn around, they attack at Fury, and Fury runs out of there. And then at Elimination at WrestleMania, it will be Jericho versus Fury, and he wants it Jericho's career on the line, and Jericho says yes. By the way, Jericho will have probably his hair back. But Jericho wins. And Fury is out of the group. Also on the card, we will have Jack Swagger versus Braun Strowman. Everrise versus Street Profits versus New Day versus AJ and Omos. Edge versus Rollins. Lashley versus Roman. Drew versus Bryan. Y2J's career on the line against Fury. And if Fury won, he would have ran the group. WrestleMania Backlash, Fury beats Jericho. And the night after WrestleMania, Bobby Roode and Selena Vega join Jericho's group. And then he goes, you know what's the best thing about Bobby Roode? He's Canadian, like me. Then Money in the Bank. Bobby Lashley beats Drew to become the WWE Champion. Big E wins Money in the Bank. Selena Vega wins Money in the Bank in this version. Jericho's group. But the next night on Raw, we will have Bobby Lashley destroying Kofi Kingston on Raw for the title. Then SummerSlam will have like a big 10-man tag. Jericho's group versus RK Bro, Keith Lee, Jeff Hardy, and Cesaro. I'll give it to his team RK Bro because they're. Then Selena Vega cashes in on Charlotte after she beats Rhea in a brutal last woman standing match. I thought this could be a very fun match. Then the next pay-per-view, it was Extreme. Swagger and Bobby Roode beat RK Bro to become Raw Tag Team Champions. Keith Lee beats Chris Jericho. Big E. Oh yeah, also at SummerSlam. Sorry. Xavier Woods challenged Bobby Lashley's first shot at SummerSlam, and then he goes, "Are you sure? I'm going to destroy you." And we give Woods like a couple hold spots, but then Lashley wins. He won't stop doing Hurt Lock on Woods till Big E makes save, cashes in, and wins the WWE title. Then we will get Big E beats Bobby Lashley inside of his steel cage. Crown Jewel. Xavier Woods beats Chris Jericho in the King of Ring finals. And Jericho's probably now a heel now again. We get Survivor Series. We get Swagger and Rude versus Usos. Then the night after, Randy and RK Bro win the tag titles back. Day 1, Damian Priest beats Chris Jericho. Royal Rumble 2022. Jericho starts out the Rumble. Jericho was the first one out because Dominic eliminated him, and he got so pissed. And he eliminated Dominic, beat the living crud out of him, and then Rey Mysterio came out with Steel Chair trying to save Dominic. Then he would take the Miz's spot and he'd be like, "Are you sure you're Rey's son? Because man, you look like Eddie, man. You do all the like it will be." Then we get Miz and Logan Paul. They beat the Mysterios at Crown Jewel at Elimination Chamber. Thanks to Jericho. Mania 38. Jericho, Rude. They lose to Mysterios. We get Jack Swagger versus Damian Priest. Jack Swagger wins. Everrise versus Usos. Usos wins. Selena Vega versus Charlotte Flair. Charlotte Flair wins. Ronda versus Becky because Ronda won the Rumble. Bianca versus Rhea is also on the card. And now WrestleMania Backlash. We get Tommaso Ciampa debuts on Raw as NXT champion. Jericho wants to become the Ultra. And he challenges him for the title. Jericho wins. And he becomes NXT champion. And maybe will help the ratings. Rude wins the IC title. Then the week later, he will just lose it to Walter. Then, at Money in the Bank, he's holding open challenges. Beats Riddle for the NXT title. Jericho does. SummerSlam. Then we'll have like a takeover in your house. Jericho beats him beats Braun Breaker via cheating. Goes, you embarrassed me at my home ground. I'm gonna embarrass you at yours at SummerSlam. Me versus you. Braun Breaker beats Chris Jericho to become NXT champion. Then night after Raw, Chris Jericho challenges Walter for the Intercontinental title because you want to be the greatest Intercontinental champion in the world. You got to beat one of the best. That's me, baby. And they have a match, and Walter wins, and then they move Sheamus versus Walter at Crown Jewel. Extreme Rules, Riddle and Jericho reignite their feud, and Riddle wants a fight pit match, and Jericho accepts. Riddle wins here. And then Chris Jericho goes, well, I'm the best in the world. I can do anything. I can even be a YouTuber, blah, blah, blah. And then Logan Paul laughs at that, and then they challenge him to a match, and Logan Paul beats Chris Jericho, and Jericho throwing a fit, blah, blah, blah. Then Survivor Series, they're going to become tweeners, Jericho's group, and we're going to have War Games. It would be Jericho, Swagger, Bobby Roode, Kevin Owens, and Drew McIntyre versus the Bloodline. Roman, Jay, Jimmy, Solo, and Sammy. Basically, the same thing goes from the real life War Games. Team Roman wins. Solo, Jericho beats Solo, the Usos, and Sammy in one night. Gets a shot at the Rumble. Roman beats Jericho, but after the match, KO makes safer. Jericho may tease that their friendship is coming back, and then they tie up KO and they do the thing they actually did at the Rumble. Have Sammy turn on Roman. At Elimination Chamber, it will be Fury defeating for his U.S. title Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, Johnny Gargano, Bronson Reed, and Montez Ford to retain the United States title. And Mania, his feud will be L.A. Knight. Yeah! Let me talk to you, Chris. They'll have a match, and LA Knight will win. And also on the card, we'll have Swagger versus Walter for the Intercontinental title. Swagger will win. Mania Backlash, we will have Chris Jericho versus Bad Bunny. And then after the night after Mania, Jericho kicks out Selena Vega for Zoe Starks. Then, as they're going to target her, then LWO makes a save with Bad Bunny, and that's how we get the match made. And Bad Bunny wins. And Grayson Waller joins the group. Money in the Bank, it will be Waller, Priest, Butch, Santos, Gable, LA Knight, Ricochet, and Shinsuke. And Priest will still win it. And the women's Io Sky will still win it. Jericho and Rude versus Sammy and KO for the tag titles. Sammy and KO retain. SummerSlam, Chris Jericho versus Pat McAfee. Jericho wins. Judgment Day versus Swagger, Rude, and Lawler. Judgment Day wins that match because they were feuding over the leaks. Then we're almost done here. 2.0 versus Sammy and KO. They beat Sammy and KO for the tag titles. Payback. We'll have like a huge 8-man tag. Jericho, Rude, Swagger, and Lawler versus Sammy, Jay, KO, and Cody. And Team Cody wins. And then Fastlane to have a dog car. Jericho has a dog car match with Cody. Cody Rhodes wins. Crown Jewel. Karrion Kross is what we'll end here. Karrion Kross will squash Jack Swagger to prove dominance. Like, oh my god, he's a beast. And Grayson Waller won the U.S. title for Rey Mysterio. And that's how I'll end here. And I really had fun making this video. And tell me what would you think would happen during Jericho's speculation run in WWE. Well, you guys know I'm here, man. Exclamation, like, comment, subscribe, share, do all those things. And I'm gonna go relax now. Love you guys to death. Peace.